And we are live. What's going on, guys? It's Friday evening in the UK. We are one day away from Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder 3. Just over 24 hours away. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. You know? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Two big dudes swinging at it, going for each other, looking for the knockout. What's not to like? Great undercard as well. Efe Ajagba versus Frank Sanchez. Great fight. Adam Kalnacki versus Robert Helenius 2. Another interesting fight on that card. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Big up to Mad Chad. Salute. Salute to James as well. Big up to James. Nick Campbell, he says he's hyped for this card. Me too, man. I saw a picture of Deontay Wilder, and that guy looks like he's bulked up. He looks like he's bulked up. It looks like he's going to weigh in at the heaviest he's weighed in at, but maybe it was just the angle of the picture, but he looks big. He looks big. So if he can't get the knockout early on, don't be surprised if he gasses out. Big up to E-Machines. Big up to Levi Khan as well on this fine Friday. What a time to be alive. October, spooky season. Hopefully we get a scary knockout tomorrow. Either way, all I really want is a good fight and a conclusive outcome. That's all I'm really hoping for. I don't really have any dog in the race. I don't particularly like either guy, so may the best man win. I mean, I am picking Fury, but I'm looking forward to it. Not sure cop end, not sure. I would imagine around like 10:30 UK time. Something like that. I think Fury's going to get the KO, but they've changed the ref now to Russell Mora. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. I think this fight's going to end in a stoppage. I really do. I really do. Levi Khan, Wilder's legs are still minuscule, but the upper body is bigger, 230 pounds maximum. Michael Buffer, don't sit on the fence this time like Coogan. Who you got? I got Fury, man. I got Fury. So 5 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can do the maths. What's that in the UK time? Maybe. I mean, Deontay, for me, needs to get a knockout early on in the first 4 or 5 rounds. Big up to Chirac. I'm good, bro. I'm pretty good. The weekend's here. We got some good fights. I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. That's what I'm saying, Nick. Yeah, I saw a video of Wilder. He indeed looks huge. Muscles all over. I'm guessing close to the weight of a second fight or even heavier. That's what I'm thinking as well. Maybe just over 230, something like that. Oh, yeah, Russell Mora's terrible, Levi Khan. When he refereed Joseph Agbeko versus Abner Mares, he did a horrible job in that fight. Oh, yeah, Bob Arum. Yeah, he's been going to fucking town recently. Good old Bob Arum. Shut the fuck up, you prick. Yep, Wilder bulking up won't necessarily equate to extra power, but more to deal with Fury's size. Yeah, and the negative, though, could that take away from Deontay Wilder's explosiveness, his speed, his stamina? It's gonna, it's gonna have some drawbacks. Maybe he's stronger, but maybe his gas tank is less. Who knows? I'd say Lawrence Cole. One of the big dossers is going to get knocked spark out. Exactly. Eat a peach. Exactly. Big up to Unrivaled. He says, hello, Delta. Big up to yourself, Unrivaled. I'll call you Uniform. Fury's a fat slob Fury is a fat slob compared to absolutely shredded to the bone Wilder, but this ain't a body contest. Fury's going to win. Weigh-in should be at 10. Okay, 10 p.m. UK time. Okay, cool. About 90 minutes away then. Yep. I was talking about this earlier, XMB. He looks huge. He looks huge. Maybe he's raided Tyson Fury's Nandrolone and Dillian White's D-Bowl, who knows? But he looks fucking huge. Bigger than I've seen him look in terms of his upper body anyway. Maybe it was just the angle, but he looks big. Yeah, he is. Russell Moore is bad. I think they're both corrupt, man. Wilder has no confidence. He looks broken. I think he'll go in there and swing. I really do. I think he's going to leave it all on the table. I think he's going to go in there and swing for the fences and try and land a shot. I don't think Wilder, one thing I'll say about Wilder, I criticise him technically. I criticise his attitude, but I do think that guy is going to go out on his shield regardless. I don't think he'll shit the bed or anything like that. He might get beat up, but I don't think it'll be because of lack of heart or lack of desire. One thing about Deontay Wilder, he showed me in that second fight, he does have bottle. You know, he does have heart. He was taking a beating, and he was genuinely upset when that fight got stopped. So I think confidence-wise, he'll be okay. He'll revert to type. He'll swing away, look for the knockout. But is it going to be enough? We will see. How long before Wilder's back hits the ropes? I'll go 2 minutes, laugh out loud. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Indeed. Maybe I'm an anarchist, right? Maybe I'm an anarchist, but part of me wants Deontay Wilder to win just for the lows, like purely for the lows. But I don't really care, to be honest. I'm looking forward to a good fight. I'm going to watch it around a mate's house. A few of us are going over, get some beers in, get some takeaways in, have a good time kind of thing. Big up to Brian Harkin, salute. Following the GOAT again, Dale. Don't do it, bud. I'm 1-0 now. That's true. That is true. I'm following the sheep. What am I saying, man? I've had a few drinks. I know what you're saying, though, BG London. To be fair, though, I never done a prediction for Joshua and Usyk. But with this one, I'm going Fury. Wilder's already talking retirement. Not one bomb squad yell. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Russell Moore refereed Joseph Agbeko and Abner Mares, and it was one of the worst officiated fights I've seen, to be honest. He basically let Abner Mares do anything. Arum is bad for boxing, typical Harvard lawyer taking money from lower-class boxers as he sees them. The rich gets richer. Welcome to the blood sport. That's the way of the world, man. That's the way of the world. I don't think Bob Arum is better or worse than any promoter, really. But big up to PSK in the house as well, man. Salute to PSK. Salute. Thoughts on Eddie Hearn saying there's no way they'll get extra help to train AJ? I mean, it's down to Joshua at the end of the day. I think that's the wrong idea. I do believe he needs a bit of a shake-up. I mean, the guy, how many fights the guy had now? 26, 27 fights? Two-time heavyweight champion of the world. He's still training with amateurs in Sheffield. It just seems like he's in his comfort zone, Anthony Joshua. I think he needs to shake things up, Just my opinion. I don't feel Joshua's really developed in the last 2-3 years. He's not really got to that next level. And I do think there's some untapped potential in Joshua. I do believe he can get better with the right coaching, but I'm not convinced he's getting it right now. I'm not convinced that the Usyk rematch is the best idea for him, to be honest, but if he wants to take it. No, I've got Kalnacki. Yeah, I've got Kalnacki. I think if Kalnacki gets through the first 4 or 5 rounds, he should win that fight by late stoppage. I really do. But yeah, big up to PSK. Nah, that fight's on BT pay-per-view. Canelo and Caleb Plant. No, I'm not going to buy it. Cop end. I'm not going to buy it. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Is Marcellus Wilder on the undercard? No. No. That's what I think, GB Guthrie. I think Wilder's going to go out there and go for the knockout. I really do. He might be a bit more technical with it, behind the jab, trying to be a bit more cute, but I think he'll try and go for the knockout early on in this fight. Really, that's all he knows. And I think he's going to go in there and really lay it on the line. And I think it could make for a good fight. I think this fight, this third fight, although I'm picking Tyson Fury, I do believe it's going to be more competitive than the second fight for some reason. I really do. Even if Fury wins earlier, I think Wilder's going to have more moments, maybe a few scary moments for Tyson Fury. But what the fuck do I know? I'm terrible at predicting heavyweight fights. When it comes to heavyweights, my problem is I always overrate power when it comes to heavyweights. And it kind of fucks my predictions up at heavyweight. So how do you see a potential White Fury Wilder winner clash going if he comes through? If he comes through Wallin, no rematch clause required. Yep. Either or, Mark. I think Tyson Fury comfortably outboxes Dillian White. If he goes in that boxer style, I think it'll be similar to the Chisora second fight. As for Deontay Wilder, I think Deontay Wilder knocks Dillian clean out. I really do. I really do. I think Dillian's far too open for that right hand. Dillian isn't great at gauging range. He's got better at it, but, you know, how many times do you see that guy fall short with his punches, whether it be the left hook, the straight right hand, even the jab? To me, that's a recipe for disaster against Deontay Wilder. Dillian needs to find a way to get to the inside safely, and I don't believe Dillian's got the defense, the reflexes, the head movement to do that. I think Dillian gets brutally knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And I felt that way for a long time. Dillian can win that fight, don't get me wrong. He's definitely robust enough to get on Wilder's chest and really rough him up. It could happen. But I just think Wilder's going to get to him first if those two guys fought. Is there an ethical way to watch this fight without buying the pay-per-view? I mean, probably not, but just stream it, bro. Stream it. Fuck it. Hit the like. Yeah, hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. Beers, takeaway, and Charlie. Definitely takeaway, definitely beer. Definitely not Charlie. Definitely not Charlie. Charlie staying at home. Does Wilder's chin and heart worry you? The ref won't stop it, and the corner won't throw in the towel. Fury will throw his body around like dead meat by round 5. I mean, listen, if that's the way Deontay Wilder wants to go out, fair enough, man. Fair enough. He's made that clear. And sometimes when you make your bed, you have to lie in it. Is that going to be the case in this fight? We shall see, but it's going to be interesting. Speaking of beer, I'm on the shitty Budweiser. The shitty old Budweiser. If Fury can't stop him, if Wilder can't stop him early, then Fury should deal with him at ease. Yeah. I'll tell you what though. Listen, as much as I criticize Deontay Wilder in terms of his skill set, in terms of his boxing understanding, his IQ, I'll always be excited by Deontay Wilder fights, even when I think he's a big underdog, because in the back of your mind, there's always that power. And I know some people say, oh, who's Wilder really knocked out? His power's overrated. And I get that. I do get that. But I happen to believe a guy hits really fucking hard. And to me, that makes his fights intriguing. For better or worse, it makes his fights intriguing. So, listen, say what you want about Deontay Wilder, but I do like following his career. I do. In terms of pure entertainment, I do like following Deontay Wilder. People need to forget about his sycophants and these crazy people on the internet and just, watch boxing for what it is, man. I could care less about Deontay Wilder fans or what they say. All I know is he's quite entertaining. Yeah, big up to Mad Chad. Salute. Every single time, Dylan chat. Big up to yourself, Mad Chad. Check out Mad Chad's channel, by the way. Really good stuff. Nice dude. One of the most enthusiastic guys on the YTBC in regards to boxing. Big up to Mad Chad. And obviously big up to Unrivaled as well, man. Really, really good channel. He's been putting in work recently, back on the grind. Big up to Unrivaled. Bomb Squad or Gone Squad. More than likely Gone Squad, but again, how many times or how many chances, sorry, do you want to give Deontay Wilder to knock you out? If these guys fought 10 times, this is the simplistic way I look at it. If these guys fought each other 10 times, fully fit, both Wilder and Fury are fully fit, they fight each other 10 times, are you really certain that Fury wins all 10 fights? I'm not. I'm sure there's a couple of occasions where Fury gets caught and knocked out. And that's the risk you run with someone like Wilder. So I think this fight does have risk for Tyson Fury. Because ultimately, if he wins, he's not going to get any credit because he beat him already. And he beat him well already. So he's not going to get any credit if he wins. And if he loses, he's going to get slated. So it's a tough one for Fury, man. Big up to Felipe Percha. Salute, Felipe. Yeah, Aram's a real-life gangster. That guy's been around for 90 fucking years, man. Still going strong. It's that Herb, man. That Herb. Keeping that guy sharp. I bought the $80 pay-per-view because the card is stacked, and I'm expecting it to be action-packed, especially the main event. Yeah, I'm buying the card as well, Haitian Sensation. I'm going to buy it. Why are people so high on Frank Sanchez? He didn't look great in his last fight on that Canelo undercard, whereas the Jaguars looked better and better every fight, in my opinion. I think both guys have looked a bit shaky at times, but, you know, FA's been dropped against a cruiserweight, Iago Kaladze. He didn't exactly look great against Ali Demirezen. So I think both guys have shown vulnerabilities, but you know, both guys are unbeaten. Both guys have different attributes. I think it's going to make for a good fight. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised, sorry, if FA just knocks him out, catches him with the right hand. I'm just favouring Frank Sanchez's superior boxing skills. I think he's going to outbox FA Ajagba, but yeah, Twerk Squad, yeah. Oh yeah, they are good shouts, yeah. Konstantin Erich versus Danny Williams and Robin Reed, Sven Otke. Yeah, they were bad fights. Joe Cortez, yep, Joe Cortez. Yeah. Oh, big up to Team Groves. Yeah, just seen Shannon Courtney lost her belt on the scales. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently Shannon Courtney missed weight, lost her title on the scales, and the reason she gave was that she was on her menstrual cycle. That's a whole new meaning to being in the red corner, right? Fucking hell. What an excuse, man. What an excuse. Is she going to get stopped on cuts? Jesus. Oh dear. Is Fury a bigger scout than Klitschko? That's a great question, you know. That's a great question. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. I'll tell you what. It's a hard one to really compare because Vladimir was a 10-year champion and Fury did it away from home. So I probably wouldn't say it's on that level. But what I will say is, if Wilder beats Tyson Fury, I might put him as number one in the heavyweight division. It'll be a big win. It'll be a big win. Big win. Big up to Boxing Source. Salute to Boxing Source. I can't be any less. It can't be any less competitive than the second fight. Exactly, bro. They are indeed. I agree, Mullers. I just think Dillian White stylistically is far too open for Deontay Wilder and that straight right hand. I think he makes far too many mistakes. Like I said, his understanding of distance isn't good enough. And against a rangy puncher like Deontay Wilder, that's going to be a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. But still, though, if it happens, it would be a firefight. Definitely. Do you ever get it? Yeah, when you drink beer, yeah, you have a few beers, but it makes you thirsty, so you keep on drinking beers, but it doesn't quench your thirst. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I am cop end, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing Briedis fight Lawrence Okole in a unification. So it depends on what he does next year, cop end. It depends on what he does. I know he's fighting Arthur Mann coming up soon. That's not a great fight, but if he fights a unification fight next year, fair enough. Who was the joker who put Canelo Plant 20 quid on pay-per-view on BT? Who's buying that? No Brit. And so late. If Sky picked it up, it probably would be part of the regular sport package like Crawford, Porter, and Pacquiao Ugas. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm not going to buy it. Big up to that guy. Salute to that guy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, PSK. So, well, I'm not going to the pub, but I'm going to get together with some mates. We're going to, split the pay-per-view cost, get some beers in, get some takeaways in, and just have a good night, That's what we're going to do anyway. Yeah, through someone's window. Big up to Iceman. Salute to Iceman every single time. Big up to Iceman. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I can't see the undercard being all that good, to be honest, because Canelo is on a big guarantee. He's getting paid a lot of fucking money. So I can't see the undercard being strong. But having said that, I wasn't expecting this Fury Wilder 3 undercard to be strong, and it is. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's a good undercard. I hope so anyway. It's better for us, isn't it? It's better for us. Okay, cool. I would have bought the pay-per-view as I hate streams, but Fury has promoted the agenda too much. I agree. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, E-Machines. Wilder at plus 235. He does, JB Low. Yeah, he does. But who's he going to favour? Don't forget, it's an ESPN show. It's ESPN, so maybe if he favours anybody, he's going to favour Fury. Who knows? That means it's going to be shit. The man who belches. That's going to be a shit undercard. That's what that means. Yeah, we'll see about Malik Scott. Ultimately, we'll find out after the fight how much he's done with Deontay Wilder. I mean, let's be honest, yeah. Let's say Wilder loses, but he puts up a much better fight, has success, is much more competitive. I would say that's a positive reflectment on Malik Scott. Even if Wilder loses, but Wilder looks better, I still think that's a positive look for him. So it depends. It depends on how it goes down. It depends, man. I think Malik Scott actually really knows his stuff, but whether Deontay is receptive to that and is willing to listen is another question. Because I've heard Malik talk about boxing for years, like on various channels, and he knows his stuff. In the back of your mind, there's always that power, but if you look at the styles, really don't understand how Wilder copes with Fury. Could you imagine the state of Wilder if he survives to round 8 or 9? Yeah, exactly. Gone Squad versus Fraud Squad. Either way, bro, Mad Chad, whoever loses, I'm not going to shed a tear for, put it that way. I don't think so, Plant. I don't think so, no. Maybe he could have won a European title, but no, I don't think he could have challenged for a world title. I think he would have always been found out, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I got the first 2 Wilder fights wrong as well, Mad Chad. I'm not going to lie to you. Malik Scott comes across as a fake guru when he speaks, like a fraudulent used car salesman. It's all about the fire stick, yes, sir. That fire stick, just don't get burnt. Just don't get burnt. No, not heard it. Not heard it. Focus on creativity. I should give it a listen, though. I should give it a listen. Yeah, Frank Sanchez has a big old noggin. Yeah, he does. I think that's going to be a good fight. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if Frank Sanchez knocks out Efe. I don't think Efe's got a great chin at all. I really don't. This guy's been dropped by Iago Kaladze, man. He squares up way too much, and Frank Sanchez is a pretty nifty counterpuncher when he wants to be. So it's going to be a good fight. Yeah, I do. I do. But I do like FA, though. Listen, FA is good to watch. FA is good to watch. G-Man did a video about Florian Mark, who believes he'd beat Conor Benn, knows what he's talking about. I think Florian Marku's competitive in that fight, but right now I would pick Conor Benn. I'd like to see it, though. As much as Fury's been clownish, how can anybody be supportive of Wilder? Terrible sportsmanship and bitch behaviour. Yeah, that is true. To me, though, like I said earlier, I don't like either one of these guys. I don't like what they stand for. I don't like their hardcore fan bases. And ultimately, I could care less who wins. I don't think they're good representatives of boxing. And I don't think they're good role models, to be honest. So for me personally, I could care less. Either way, I'm going to see one set of fanboys cry themselves to sleep and be in depression for like 3 weeks. So I'm all good. I'm fine either way, man. I'm looking forward to a good fight. That's all I'm really hoping for, J-Dav, is a good fight, competitive fight, but a fair outcome. That's what I want. That's true. That is true. Alcohol is a diuretic. True. That is true, Mr. S. That is true. So do I, Nick Campbell. I think this... Listen, man, people say this fight ain't shit. They're not looking forward to it. I think they're lying. I think most people are looking forward to this fight in some way. I really do. I really do. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just easily pleased, but for the most part, yeah, for the most part. But I mean, at the same time, man, he has turned down certain opportunities. So big boys boxing: Anderson in 6, Helenius in 4, Sanchez on points, and Fury in the 9th. I agree with Anderson. I think it's going to take him a few rounds. I actually think Kalnaki's going to get a later stoppage, like round 7, 8, 9. I agree with Frank Sanchez on points, and I agree with Fury in and around like the 9th round. But yeah, the fight I differ on is Helenius. I think Kalnaki beats him, believe it or not. Interesting. See, I never knew that was a banned substance, something cool. See, I've had a takeaway. I've had a kebab tonight, BG London. So tomorrow, see, I'm going to go around my mates to watch it, and there's a really nice Mexican joint down there. I might get some dirty fries, like cheese, jalapenos, fucking minced beef and all that shit. Dirty fries and maybe some enchiladas, something like that. That's what I'm fancying, Going to change it up. Yeah, Matchroom will need Okolie at heavyweight soon. Don't see Briedis versus Okolie happening. Do you rate Okolie's chances at heavyweight? It's too early to say, James, with Okolie, but, I think he can. At cruiserweight, I think he beats Makabu. I think he beats Gulamarian. And I think he can beat Briedis. I think Briedis, though, is very dangerous. But at heavyweight, pardon me, I would need to give him a bit of time. Yeah, they are, yeah, JB Low, yeah, they are poor. Exactly, yeah. Deontay Wilder can't look any worse, man. He can't look any worse. So, like he said, when you look at it in truth, he's really got nothing to lose here. He's really got nothing to lose, Deontay Wilder. So that, to me, that makes him dangerous, combined with the power, combined with what he believes, although I see it as delusional. Listen, man, sometimes delusional confidence is better than having no confidence. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua most recently. To me, that guy strikes me as somebody who's not fighting with confidence. I'd rather be delusionally confident than not have any, to be honest. So Wilder's always going to be dangerous, man. He's always going to be dangerous. Maybe I'm just getting gassed. Maybe I'm just getting hyped for no reason. But listen, man. I'll tell you how I would describe Deontay Wilder as a fight fan. I talk shit on Deontay Wilder, as most people do. But I think he's going to be one of those guys that when he retires, even if you don't admit it, you'll kind of miss him. That's what I think. But who knows? Maybe I'm talking out my arse. Malik Scott had Wilder doing 1 rep max benches a couple of weeks out from the fight. Interesting tactic. It looks like he's definitely training for strength to try and keep Tyson Fury off of him or try and match his strength at least. That'll be interesting. The first clinch in this fight, how does Wilder look? Because last time he got fucking ragdolled in the clinch. Is he going to look any stronger? Is he going to be able to push Fury back or at least neutralize him? That's going to be interesting, the first clinch. Definitely watch out for that. Exactly. I'm happy to laugh at whoever loses in this one too. Too many BS comments outside of a ring. I agree. Are you serious, Alex Black? Kiko Martinez getting another world title shot against Kid Galahad. Have to respect his balls at least for taking another fight he's got a limited chance in. Yeah. Listen, man. Kiko Martinez, the guy's been a soldier for a long time now. He's been a soldier for a long, long time. So listen, man, does he really deserve a title shot? Probably not, but he's put in a lot of work over the years, man. So good on him. Good on him. Exactly, James. Yeah, 64 videos from IFL on Joshua's loss. Billy Joe Saunders less than 5, I think. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Paul 123, yeah. Shannon Courtney blamed her missing weight on the blob. Tyan Booth's going to have a field day. Yeah, it's crazy shit, man. Do you hear all these Wilder fans? Do you hear all these Wilder fans, though? They're making excuses for themselves. Yeah. They are what they are, G Junior. They are what they are. I wouldn't pay attention to them, G, man. I'm not going to let those guys or anybody like that spoil my enjoyment for boxing. I used to be like that, when I'd see fanboys react to certain things and it would piss me off. But as I've got older, I've learned to just ignore it, man. At the end of the day, it just ruins your enjoyment for the sport of boxing. I mean, I couldn't really come on here and say, oh, do a post-fight review, for example, and the first thing I said about a fight was, oh, this guy lost. His fanboys are mad. This guy said this, that guy said that. I can't be that bitter, man. Fuck those guys. Honestly, I could care less. I could care less. I'm going to enjoy the fight for what it is. Do you know what I mean? If the rumors are true and Fury is coming in at 290, then he's carrying the weight very well. Looks in similar condition to his last fight. Yeah, I'd say about 275 again. I do, yeah. I do plant-based boxing. Yep. He was ESPN's prospect of the year in, I think, 2012, end of 2012, David Price. I'm certain. You hit the like, man. Hit the like. No, I can't see it. I can't see it, G. I can't see it. I think the best we'll get with Ryan Garcia, if we're very lucky, is Devin Haney. But even that I can't see because Ryan Garcia right now is fucking around playing musical chairs, He's been mandatory for a minute now and still not fought Devin Haney. The guy was an interim champion all the way back in January. And he's still not fought Devin Haney. He's fighting Devin Haney's Mandos. So, yeah, we're not going to get Tank and Ryan Garcia. I don't rate him, BG London. He's good to watch. He's a strong kid, comes forwards, throws caution to the wind, heavy-handed. But I don't think there's much there, BG. I don't think there's much there. I think this guy's on the end of a brutal knockout coming very soon. Exactly, Big Boys Boxing. That's really what I'm hoping for. Just a clear, concise winner. No bullshit, no corruption, no controversy. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I think Kid Galahad's going to fuck him up. the man who belches, but I hope Kiko's getting good money. The guy deserves it. Falafel man. So currently I'm on my usual. You know what my usual is? Girl Scout cookies, man. That's my usual. Nah. Are your friends matchroom casuals? No, not really. They're too casual to be matchroom casuals. That's how casual they are. Honestly. They know Tyson Fury, they know Anthony Joshua. That's really about it. They do know who Eddie Hearn is, but they're not really matchroom casuals, to be honest. Yeah, it's great, big boys boxing, to see a stacked heavyweight card. It's great. I love those sort of cards, man. Just big fuckers tearing lumps out of each other. Great to see. Even Victor Vickhurst on the undercard, a good prospect based out of Ukraine. He's on the undercard as well against Mike Marshall. I've been following Victor Vickhurst's career, so we'll see how he looks as well. German Donner, yeah, it's not too bad. I agree, Lewis, yeah, but he's 36 now. He's 36 now, so he needs to get a move on. So yeah, he signed Badu Jack, Regis Prograis. I heard he signed Ricky Burns, believe it or not. But yeah, he's made a couple of good signings, but we shall see. We shall see. It'll be interesting. Hopefully he does well, but we'll see. I agree. Yeah, he's not been quite the same since Ruiz, the first fight. He's been questioning himself in the ring, which in my opinion is obvious. I'm unsure of the extent as to banning of alcohol, but I do know that caffeine also appears in some lists for the same reason, namely USADA. Yeah, I knew about caffeine being on banned lists. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Chris Hayes, Del, why am I rooting for Jake Paul to beat Tommy Fury? Do you know what? I kind of am too, for the lols. I think Tommy Fury beats him, to be honest, but the reality is, though, Jake Paul is Tommy Fury's best opponent. I've got a half-smoked blunt and my lighter stopped working. But I do have another lighter. That's magic. Fucking hell. Yeah, big up to Shannon. Big up to Shannon. No. Yeah, exactly, BG London. I've seen Wilder lose. I've seen Joshua lose. Let's see Fury lose. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, BG London. Exactly. Crazy D3, even if Fury destroys Wilder, I still want to see Wilder versus White, Joshua, Usyk, Ruiz, Joyce, etc. Me too, bro. That's the thing, Crazy D3. These days, yeah, if someone like Wilder loses, or Joshua, let's say Wilder loses again to Fury and Joshua loses again to Usyk, these like miserable bastards are going to say, oh, these guys are done, they need to retire. Fuck that. I want to see Wilder Joshua. I want to see Wilder White. I want to see fucking all these fights, man. They're still great fights for these guys, even if they lose again. It's ridiculous, man. And these same people will say, oh, why don't fighters take risks and fight each other? It's because of that. You know, writing guys off after a couple of losses. Fuck that, man. If Wilder loses again, I want to see him come back. I want to see him fight Dillian White. I want to see him fight fucking Andy Ruiz, Derek Chisora, all these guys, man. There's still great fights out there. Jesus, crazy, innit? After seeing Galahad Dickens rematch and considering the wear and tear and limitations as a fighter, I think Kiko gets battered much worse. I agree. Yeah, I agree. A Jagba is stiff and robotic. I don't think he can become a champion. I agree. He's got a big right hand. He's got power. That's really it. You know, he pulls with his left hand, fires that right hand, and that's really it, to be honest. He's not all that great. Yeah, Blue Dream strain, yeah. Oh, big up to Mad Chad, by the way. Big up to Mad Chad for the super sticker. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. But yeah, this is my last blunt right now, and the person I get it from, I've kind of pissed off. So we are out. We are out. We are out. So that's disappointing. So I've been getting free weed off some girl I'm kind of seeing, like, off and on. Nothing serious, but you know how it is. And I fucked it up, really. I kind of, I got a big mouth, I guess, and I fucked it up, and she's pissed off. So I'm not going to get any for quite some time. Not weed or sex. So there you go. I think he can beat Smith, Felipe. I think the timing could be right. Liam's been through a lot of wars. The Liam Williams fights, the Canelo fight, the Munguia fight. He's been through a lot of wars, Liam Smith. So maybe Fowler's a bit too fresh, a bit too big, a bit too strong, a bit too young. Fowler can definitely win, but I'm switching back to Liam Smith for my pick in that fight. I'm switching back to Liam Smith. I did say Fowler on Mark's stream, but I'm going to go back to Liam Smith. I'd say about 270, 275, Martin, I would say. Similar to the second fight. Bro, Badu Jack's cut on his forehead was so bad it looked like a pussy. It looked like a vagina. Like, my man was he was fucking sliced open vertically as well. I can see one of these two clowns getting disqualified on Saturday. I've seen a lot of people say that in regards to Deontay Wilder. Him going crazy and getting DQ'd. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Interesting. I read some theory that Anthony Joshua is on psychological medication, which is why he switches personality occasionally and has become docile. I've never heard that, David Fisher. It's interesting, but I don't think that's the case personally, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I just think the guy's been so media trained now, and he's kind of stuck in his ways. He's stuck in his comfort zone. I think the guy's just overly analytical and probably scared of change. I think he's that sort of guy. That's how I would describe Anthony Joshua. But maybe, who the fuck knows, man? Mad Chad, Usyk ain't losing. Listen, man, one punch is all it takes, man. Usyk was great, man. He was great, but all it takes is one punch. It's a crazy division, man. It's a crazy division. One punch can change a life. For good, for better or worse. But yeah, Usyk right now, man. Bossing it, bro. Bossing it. Well, it has to, really, Easy Peel. If Fury loses, it's 1-1-1. There has to be a fourth fight. You can't have a trilogy ending in 1-1-1. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, Tyson is shook of Usyk. Yeah, he said that he wouldn't fight Usyk because he doesn't speak English. Can't wait to see the LDBC reaction to Wilder losing, Dante's Cheeseburger Nation and 78 Sports TV. Honestly, bro, I could care less. If Wilder loses, I'm not going to check for any of their content. You know what I mean? I just can't be dealing with it. I really can't. All I'm hoping for is a competitive fight, a fun fight, and a fight that's conclusive and fair. That's all I'm really hoping for. to be honest. I'm just past all of these YouTube beefs and all this shit, I'll let people do what they do. You know what I mean? What's the point being ultra negative and so emotional about boxing? And it comes across on all sides, man. I just don't get how people can enjoy boxing, how they can enjoy watching boxing that way. Like they've got so much riding on a fighter that if they lose, it ruins their day. I couldn't imagine watching boxing like that. I really couldn't. So I'm going to leave those guys alone, honestly. I'm going to leave those guys alone. They'll do what they do. Fair play to them. You might be right, Bees Allen. You might be right. You should be right anyway. You should be right. Yeah, today's boxers are under some crazy scrutiny. Old timers had it much easier without the internet and social media. There is truth to that. There is truth to that. Big up to G-Man Boxing. Great channel, by the way. Salute to G-Man. One of my favorite channels on the YTBC. Now, earlier I was saying about, watching boxing with positivity and being enthusiastic for the sport. G-Man Boxing's a perfect example of that. I've never really heard this guy say a bad word about anybody. G-Man just watches boxing for what it is, has his take, and that's it. That's how it should be, in my opinion. And G-Man Boxing is probably the leading example of that on the YTBC. So big up to G-Man Boxing. Great channel, great dude. Check him out, man. I highly recommend it. Great channel. Yeah, Wilder fanatics are too biased for me. That says it all. Yeah. Exactly, man. Like you've been a while. There's a few Wilder fans on this channel, and they're not bad at all. It's okay being a fan. Nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, the fanatics. I think it's just with Wilder, his fanatics are the loudest. But Joshua has fanatics, Fury has fanatics, but I think the Wilder ones are just the loudest. I think that's what it is. Yeah, patiently waiting for a tie-in booth live stream on Shannon Courtney missing weight. Yep. No, I didn't piss off the dealer. The girl I'm seeing basically is giving me free shit, so I pissed her off. Munch her carpet. Yeah, if AJ Fury and Wilder had 4 losses, I would still watch all of them. Exactly, Sparks, man. Exactly. Like, why do I still watch Gabriel Rosado? Because he's gonna come to scrap. He's a tough dude, takes boxing serious, and win, lose or draw, he's gonna put his all into the sport. That's all you can really ask for. Yeah, Wilder has already said that this is the deciding fight and he won't fight Fury again. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying, Brian. I do want to see like an end to this, ideally. But if Wilder does win, I think a 4th fight is needed. Exactly, BG London. Yeah, exactly. Andrade, 5th round stoppage, fist of Tolkas. Quigley is terrible. Exactly, G Junior. To be honest, I don't care for the fight. Can't wait for the Fury and Wilder fan bases to stop talking is all I want. Shit, they're as bad as Jake Paul fans. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight, but yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to the talk to all end, yeah. About 29 hours, maybe? Maybe 30, 31 hours, something like that. Which fight appeals to you more? Fury Wilder versus White, depending on if he beats Wallin. I think Wilder White is a much more fun fight, to be honest. I think Wilder beats White, but I think it's a lot more competitive. I think Tyson Fury stylistically is all wrong for Dillian White. So I'd rather see, believe it or not, I'd rather see Wilder White. I think it's just a better fight stylistically. How much do I have to donate for you to... Sorry. How much do I have to donate for you to skip the niceties and give you a genuine take on David's Fury? No, I think that's what it is, bro. I don't believe it personally. I don't believe it. Honestly. I don't believe it. I've said some foul shit on here, bro. If I felt there was something to it, I would say, but Fury stops Usyk. I don't think so. I think if Fury beats Usyk, he'll maul him on points. Joshua just needs to go and sell 10 bags to get the eye of a tiger. Yeah, man. Those little tiny plastic Ziplocs on his push bike. Yeah, G-Man's got a great channel, man. That's the look, though. The ripped jeans, the sofa. Like, G-Man's sofa and his ripped jeans is like Ade's green chair. I'm trolling Fury fans on Twitter. It's glorious. Oh, dear. Yo, can you imagine Art Man if Deontay Wilder wins? You guys know Art Man on Twitter, right? That guy's hilarious to me. That guy to me, Art Man, I think that guy's the best hustler in the boxing scene. I think that guy's playing a perfect angle, and I think he knows he's playing an angle. I think he likes Wilder, but I don't think it's as serious as he makes out. But he's making money, man. So fair play to that guy, man. Big up to Art Man. Yeah. Indeed, yeah. One guy, one jar. Some old school shock video. Fucked up shit. Yeah, it's up. I think, is it a 6-rounder, Big Boys Boxing? If it's a 6-rounder, I would say Solomon on points. I don't think he can knock out Camille in 6 rounds. I don't. If it's 8 rounds, maybe. But, Camille is tough. He's very tough. I'm doing good, bro. With Friday night, the weekend is upon us. It's been a long fucking week, bro. It's been a long fucking week, but glad the weekend's here, man. I need it. I definitely need it. Hence why I'm getting sourced up tonight, and I'm gonna get sourced up tomorrow. So it's gonna be a long one. Yeah, big up. Yeah, G-Man, Hatman, great channels, man. And Hatman as well. Hatman has got like the best Patreon I've ever subscribed to. Really, really, really great content, man. Great content. Great content. Like, Hatman was probably the first channel I watched on YouTube when it comes to boxing, I would say. I would say Hatman and Dwyer, I want to say. And there was a guy called Big Ragu back in the day as well, who I used to watch. A guy called Big Ragu back in like 2010, 2011. Those were the first channels I watched. Yeah, G-Man's a absolute legend and a gentleman, man. Big up G-Man. Well, thank you, Something Cool, man. Yeah, 100 on G-Man. You are both very objective in your views. Yeah, big up G-Man. The thing is, though, like, sometimes you got to be out there and crazy controversial to make views on YouTube when it comes to boxing. So doing it this way is always going to be much more of a slow slog, but this is the way I'd rather do it, to be honest. I'll have a laugh with it, like if I live stream, I'm not going to be super serious and talk like, super slow and clear like I do in my videos, but it is what it is, man. When it comes to boxing, it is what it is. I'll cover what I like, and that's really it. I thought about changing it up a little bit, maybe being a bit more raw, unfiltered, but I'm playing with it. Yeah, Wilder fanboys are not just delusional bores, they are black supremacists, but people are too scared to call them out. Yeah, they are what they are, man. I think it's obvious. But, whatever, man. I could give a fuck less. Like, I don't check for these people's content, man. Anybody I don't like, not in terms of like disagreeing with views or anything like that. But if I don't like somebody's energy, I don't like their vibe, I don't like their message. I'm not going to watch their videos, man. It's that simple. It's that simple. And unlike a lot of people, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, these guys need to be banned or cancelled, because, you know, I'm not a fan of cancel culture at all in any aspect. I think everybody should have their free view on whatever they want, but we don't live in that world, unfortunately. So I'm never going to advocate cancelling people or banning people, but I just choose not to watch those guys. It's that simple. Because I'm 27, yeah. I don't want to be 40 years old like a lot of these dudes are and view the world how they do. Do you know what I mean? What's the point? What's the fucking point? I couldn't be that fucking miserable. Life's too short, man. Life's too short to be fucking miserable and hateful all the time. You know, checking for what the next man's doing. Just do your own thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's guys on here who fucking check for what everyone else is saying. Just leave it out, man. Jesus. YouTube's a funny one, though, man. It's a funny one. Yeah, where's the piss bottle? Yes, also a Ted Cheeseman fanatic, 4 tattoos, 5 posters of a big cheese in my bedroom. Big up to Mad Chad. Yeah, Mad Chad. Mad Chad, he's an American who's got fucking Ted Cheeseman tattoos. This is how much of a boxing fan Mad Chad is. This guy's a fucking G. My man's out here rocking Ted Cheeseman tattoos. Excellent stuff, man. The big cheese. It's great shit. Boxing is extremely easy to get emotionally invested and sucked into. Race, nationality, lots of fans live vicariously for athletes, live and die with them. Pretty embarrassing, honestly, yeah. Especially now, man, considering what's going on in the world, you know, how the world's moving right now, what's being implemented, which could change our way of life for years to come. It's pointless, man. It's pointless. This really, to me, is an escape. It's a hobby. It's something I enjoy. If it turns into something where I'm negative, I'm toxic, you know, talking about it, it's not worth the time. It's not worth the time. Oh, I heard that. Yeah, big up Ultratech, by the way. Ultratech Sports Raw, great channel. I know, but I think Artman is. I think he's playing an angle. I think he's playing an angle. I really do. I think he's playing an angle to sell shirts, basically. But yeah, big up to that guy. He's found a hustle. Yeah, Blue Collar Sports and G-Man Boxing are pro Florian Marku and anti Campbell Hatton channels. That's it. Yeah, me and G-Man, we should make like the Florian Marku equivalent of like the LDBC. Fuck it. That's what we need to do. If Tyson loses, it's going to be great for the new matchups. I want to see some chaos, man. That's what I want to see. Fucking chaos and bloodshed. A brutal knockout, a savage beatdown, whatever. That's what I want to see, either way. Either way. Either Tyson Fury cements himself as arguably the best heavyweight in the world, or Deontay Wilder pulls off one of the best comebacks in recent years. One of the two. Old George Foreman in this current heavyweight division. I think he gets outpointed by Alexander Usyk. I think he gets outpointed by Tyson Fury. I think he might get outpointed by Deontay Wilder if Wilder fights how he fought Permain Stavern in the first fight. I do believe maybe he could knock out Dillian White because he's going to stand in front of him. There's a few. Yeah, I mean, he could get a few wins in the top 10. Exactly. Yeah, Wilder versus White. Give me that over everything. Fuck it, I'd pay for the press conference. Exactly, bro. That'd be amazing. Because there's so much bad blood between those two. Wilder allegedly piped Dillian White's girl, and there's so much like bad blood in that rivalry. Yeah, but it's about to be a great fight, man. Be a great fight. I agree. Yeah, White may have success. Fuck's sake, got a fucking pop up. White will have success early, but if he doesn't get Wilder in trouble, he'll brain fart and get caught. I agree. Okay, something cool. That's his opinion, though, man. It is what it is. I disagree, and it is what it is. Yeah, G-Man, where's the piss bottle? Art Mandel and BFTB and G-Man on live. What could be better? Fucking hell. I couldn't talk to those sort of guys, though, honestly. I just couldn't. There's a reason I stick to myself on this channel. There's too many crazies, man. I think Art Man's all right. He's like I said, he's playing a character, but still, I wouldn't want to talk to him, to be honest. I'd rather talk to you guys, talk to myself, to be honest. Wilder wins. I'm doing a Shearer celebration down Peckham High Street. Oh, man. If he wins, bro, just enjoy it, BG London. Enjoy it. Because that's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. But it's looking good, G Junior. It's looking good for new boxing game. ESPC, yeah. So the plan is, yeah, when that game comes out, I'll buy it obviously on some sort of console or PC, and I'll try and arrange some sort of competition so we can play each other. That's the plan. There'll be a competition, maybe 8 people, 8 participants, and we will do like an 8-man tournament, like the World Boxing Super Series, maybe like a £10 buy-in sweepstakes, and the winner basically takes all. That's my plan. When's the last face-off? You mean Fury Wilder? The weigh-in's very soon, Kangaroo Jack. Very, very soon. Yeah, I like Catman as well. I like Catman. That guy, to me, gets far too much hate. I like Catman, yeah. Wilder's going to be picking glass out of his ass on Saturday night. That's a second channel reference. Big up to yourself. Big up to yourself. Oh yeah, Boxing Beats and Rhymes. I first watched his channel back in 2013. I want to say BG London. It was when Cleverly fought Kovalev. That's when it was. I can tell you exactly when it was. That's when I found Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Cleverly Kovalev. I listened and subscribed to your channel as you came across pretty professional, not just trolling like many others. Some people are just clout chasers, yeah. I try and be professional. Like, my thing is, when it's live streams, I'll try and have a laugh with you guys, have a bit of banter, let my hair down. But when it comes to videos, for the most part, I'll always be like professional. If something needs to be criticized, I might be a little bit unfiltered, but I just try and talk about boxing like I'm a fan. Do you know what I mean? That's my angle, I guess you would say. That's my angle. Oh yeah, Chris Andre is an absolute brilliant channel. Chris Andre, I highly recommend his content. He did a really good video on Alexander Usyk recently in regards to his mindset, his mentality. Really, really interesting video. So yeah, check out Chris Andre Boxing. It's a really good channel. Unrivaled says, Fury fan on Twitter trying to convince me the boxing community decades ago changed what lineal is because lineal is the man who beat the man. Oh, my days. But unrivaled. I guarantee you, yeah, I guarantee you, ask that guy, was Roy Jones the man at light heavyweight in the 90s? He'll say yes. If he's going by lineal, then it's Dariusz Michalczewski. He was the man at light heavyweight when Roy Jones was like a multi-belt champion. It's nonsense, Unrivaled. It's fucking nonsense, man. This whole lineal shit. The earth is under pressure. Seems spirit. Yeah. Well, yeah. It seems kind of apt right now. Watched both fights again. Fury came in so much bigger and stronger and direct in the second fight. Night and day between Fury's performances. Wilder was simply overwhelmed and Fury was outstanding. That's true, the Londoner. One aspect that a few people have pointed out, which is interesting, is that in the second fight, Tyson Fury had the element of surprise. Deontay Wilder genuinely didn't believe that he would go in there and try and walk him down. And that's exactly what he did. I never believed it either, to be honest. And many fans didn't believe it, that Fury would try and walk him down. But that's exactly what happened. And, you know, it took Wilder by surprise. Fury doesn't have that anymore. He can't shock Wilder by that approach. Is that going to play a factor in this fight? Who knows? We know Deontay's a one-trick pony with his right hand, right? But if he's found a few more ways to set it up, to disguise it, maybe it only needs to work once. One new setup, one new disguise tactic to set the right hand up. It only has to work once. That's why this fight is intriguing. Again, say what you want about Wilder, and I would agree for the most part, but the guy's dangerous. He's dangerous. And I can't lie to you guys. There's been something about this fight. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm looking forward to it so much. But something tells me there's going to be a lot to talk about on Sunday. Again, I'm picking Tyson Fury, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Wilder somehow pulled it off. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, sir. Me and Cheeseman, both recovering gambling addicts, and both have lion-like hearts. Love Ted. Yeah, Ted Cheeseman has no chill, man. That guy's got a granite chin, heart of a lion, continues fighting. He's a proper TV-friendly fighter. Mad Shad, that's what he is. Yep, Florian Marku, Albanian pussy in views. Yes, sir. Yeah, Florian Marku is a very popular man in Albania. I'll tell you what, man. I might have to move out there. I see Florian out there driving his Ferrari on social media. Big up to Florian. I wonder who G-Man supports in the Premier League. I want to say Man United. I know this is off topic, but are you ever going to collab with Moth? Who knows, man? Potentially. I do want to collab on the second channel eventually, yeah. But who knows? I love his content, Plagued Moth, yeah. Because he's like the one of the inspirations behind the channel. So I was always going to do a true crime / horror. I can't talk. I'm high as fuck. Sorry. I was always going to do a true crime or horror channel. And the first case, I always kind of felt it would be Three Guys, One Hammer, just because it's something a bit different. It was caught on video. And before I did that video, I found Plagued Moth's channel, and he covered gore and things like that. And it made me think, do you know what? I'm going to go down a similar route, cover different topics, put my own spin on things. And yeah, so yeah, he's a big reason why I done my channel the way I did. So yeah, if I could do a collab with Plagued Moth, it'll be great. He does have a really, really good channel. And that guy's a really good dude as well, because he shouted me out for no reason whatsoever. I never had any real correspondence with him. and he shouted my channel out for no reason whatsoever. So big up to him. Exactly, Triple J. Big up Del and everybody. Hope you're all well. We want violence, speed, and momentum. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Brian, man. All we can do is just enjoy the content we like. If anybody doesn't like the content, don't watch it. And if somebody enjoys the content, then watch. Leave the negativity if you're distressed. Yeah, distressed, and then don't watch it. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Finished me beer. Now time for the lemons. I've got about 10 Budweisers left. I'm slumping it tonight. I'm on the old Budweiser. But it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Yes, big up to Kings and GR. Big up to yourself, man. Hey, man, greetings from Greece. Love your work. Interesting, man. It's a nice location. I've been to Greece once, way back in the day when I was very young. When I was very young. But I've always wanted to go back to Greece as an adult. I've always wanted to go back. But yeah, big up to yourself, King. Big up to yourself. Yeah, White Wilder build up. Yeah, it'd be insane. It'd be insane. When is this weigh-in anyway? When is this weigh-in? Okay, so it starts at 10 p.m. on BT Sports. Okay. You must have heard this question a lot, but who have you got, Del? I'm just going with like the smart money, and that's Tyson Fury late stoppage. But again, Virtuoso, something tells me this fight isn't going to be as straightforward as many people are expecting. Something tells me that. I don't know why, but there's just something in the air. You know, sometimes you get a hunch for no particular reason. I feel like there's going to be a lot to talk about on Sunday. I really do, but I'm going Fury. I'm going Fury. You're probably right, Fist of Tokens. You're probably right. You're probably right. For Londoner, I'm not even really looking forward to Fury Wilder too much. Wilder and his fans have poisoned the bout with their crap. I just want a Fury win and Wilder to crawl under a rug. Yeah. Again, though, man, I'm not particularly fussed with what Wilder fans or his fanboys say, and I have to say fanboys because there's Wilder fans on this channel who are perfectly reasonable. But I get what you're saying. For Londoner, it has become a bit tedious. I get that, but I'm just going to enjoy the fight for what it is, man. It's happening. You might as well enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Chris Andre's a great channel. Hearing Malik Scott, he mentions... Oh, I got a pop-up. Sorry, hearing Malik Scott, he mentions different coaches, boxers, styles, and goes on and on. I doubt Wilder is receptive to this amount of information. You're probably right, bro. Like, for all we know, Malik Scott's a great trainer, but I'm not sure Wilder is the ideal student, to be honest. Dariusz Michalczewski, yep. Big up to Bruce Goes. Salute to Bruce, OG. OG Bruce, man, salute. I always like listening to Bruce talk, man, whether it's about movies or fucking boxing, you know. He's one of those guys, he could talk about fucking making a Pop-Tart and he could make it sound entertaining. He's one of those guys. But big up to Bruce Goes. Really, really good dude. I've spoke to him a couple of times on various live streams, and he's a really, really good dude. Really good dude. So big up to Bruce. Yeah, he looks heavier, Martin. Have you seen the picture of Wilder? There was a picture going around, and he looks a lot bulkier in his upper body. Whether that's good for him or not, we shall see. I think he's training for like strength in the clinch, maybe, but we'll see. Edgar Berlanga. I mean, he's fun, he's exciting, he's strong, he's heavy-handed, he's quite big for the weight as well. But I think there's a lot to improve on with Edgar Berlanga. In his last fight against Desmond Nicholson, he dropped him 3 times, but he couldn't get the stoppage, and he was doing the same thing over and over, the same combinations, the same repetitive patterns. I think he's a bit one-dimensional, defensively a bit leaky, so there's a long way to go with Edgar Berlanga. There's a long way to go. I wouldn't really call him a top-class prospect, but still somebody to watch out for. Yeah, basically virtuoso. Yeah, Florian Mark, who's an influencer who can basically throw hands. Yeah, that's what he is. He's huge in Albania. Like, his social media presence is big. Because I think he came from the kickboxing world. G Junior, he supports Liverpool. Brandon also supports Liverpool. Damn. Oh yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, they got taken over by like Saudi billionaires, so that'll be interesting. I did some batch cooking tonight, and just gave a neighbour some. Nice to be nice. Exactly, man. I've really been slacking on my cooking. I do like cooking, but I have to be in the mood. I can't. If I'm not in the mood, if I'm not in the right frame of mind, I can't cook. I just don't have the desire to. Do you know what I mean? If I want to cook, I enjoy it. But yeah, I'm one of those. I've got to be relaxed. I've got to be, it's got to be a stress-free day. That's when I cook. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fanatic, I would say. But I do watch the UFC, like, casually now and again. But I'm not a big, like... I'm not all that knowledgeable on the UFC. But I do like it. I respect those guys. Budweiser, I'm on the small French beers. I know what you mean, those little bottles. I know what you mean. Today was payday on the whiskey. Have some for tomorrow night. Yes, sir. That's how it's got to be, man. Yeah, exactly. Budweiser. Yeah, I'm lumping it tonight, man. You know what? I do love America. I love the idea of living in America, and it's my dream one day. But one thing you guys are terrible on, in my opinion, is beer. Like, for the most part, your beers suck. European beers are so much better. So much better. One American beer I do like is Blue Moon. I love Blue Moon. But really, that's the only American beer I really like. I love Blue Moon, but apart from that, just not my thing. Yeah, Greek food is really nice. It is nice. Big up to Nordic, salute. All the way down from Scotland, big up to Nordic. Yeah, I went to Greece when I was young as well. Really nice country, man. Lovely beaches, yeah. I'd like to go back. Exactly, yeah. I think Fury late stoppage is I think that's the safe bet, yeah. Went to Kos last year, was stunning. Was that a lad's holiday, Martin, by any chance? Or because I was supposed to go to Kos, but obviously the pandemic fucking came. I was supposed to go to Bulgaria and Kos in the same year, but they both got cancelled. If Fury loses to Wilder, I'll honestly be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Don't get me wrong, I'd be a bit surprised maybe, but I wouldn't be like, I never saw that coming. I wouldn't be shocked. There's something about this fight, Nordic, man. I don't know. Sometimes you get a hunch. I think what it is, Nordic, I don't trust either one of these guys. I really don't. I always think I always think there's going to be some shenanigans or something. I just don't trust these guys, man. Good vibes, indeed, indeed. Life's too short, man, to be bitter and negative, man. I know sometimes it's needed, but sometimes you got to be pessimistic, and sometimes you have to be critical. Sometimes you have to be, you know. But like some people take it too far, man. It's the internet. You know what I mean? It's like fuck. Go to work for 8 hours a day where I'm fucking miserable. I'm not gonna do this hobby and be fucking miserable on here as well. It's like fuck that, man. Yeah, apparently Deontay Wilder's wearing basically the same fucking costume, so we'll see. Yeah, it looks fucking crazy. Yeah, it looks like the same thing again. Fowler on points. That's a good fight, Anthony Fowler, Liam Smith. Great fight. Yeah, cooking. No, weirdly, no. I disagree. I love cooking when I'm high. For some reason, I can fucking nail it when I'm high, when I'm cooking. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I think I've cooked well because I'm so high. I'm just happy to eat. Maybe it's that. But I feel like I cook really well when I'm high. I don't know why. Yeah, Jared Anderson on the undercard, talented fighter. I see he's America's best heavyweight prospect, in my opinion. He's a heavyweight who works the body, good punch variety, aggressive, relatively quick, fit, strong, decent power. I think he's good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it, the Londoner. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Good fight. I was at MSG where AJ got done by Ruiz, and I could easily live in New York. So much good food and cheap in NYC, lovely city. Blue Moon is cool strained for an orange. Yes, sir. I love Blue Moon, man. I do. Especially in the summer on a really, really hot day. Nice cold pint of Blue Moon in a bar, beer garden. Oh my God. Lovely. That's lovely, man. Nothing better, man. There's nothing better than getting to the weekend, getting the boys together, going to a beer garden, sweltering hot day, and just drinking the afternoon away. There's nothing fucking better. Shooting the shit, nothing better. No problem, brother, Brian, no problem. What's your secret to pulling fat birds? Dear. I'm going to keep it to myself, man. All I've got to say is that the UFC fans are wild, bro. They throw hands when their fighter loses. It's insane and entertaining. Oh, we got Andy Ruiz in the house. Big up to Andy Ruiz. Bum squad. Big up to Andy. Harp and whiskey is nice mixed. I'm not a big fan of whiskey, man. I'm a vodka man. I like vodka. I like my vodka. I like vodka. I like in terms of like spirits. I like vodka, gin. I don't mind a bit of rum now and again. And really, that's it, to be honest. That's pretty much it in terms of spirits. Andy says Wilder's going to lose in horrible fashion on Saturday. Feel bad for his fans. The fat girl jokes on Dell never gets old. Yeah, it's gonna live on this channel forever, man. It's gonna live on this channel. Also wanted to thank you for talking to us, man. You're a cool dude. Nah, thank you, man. Thank you. I just like to bullshit and have a bit of fun on here. That's what I like to do. This is my favorite part of this channel, though. It's always firing up a live stream. It's my favorite part because I have kind of struggled with motivation to do videos recently. but I always like doing live streams. Shane Fury said that in a recent interview, Anderson will be a future heavyweight champion. Don't know if you saw it, but it was a pretty good interview, actually. Shane seemed like the level-headed Fury, yeah. Shane always comes across all right, Reese. He always comes across quite well, Shane Fury. Yeah, I think Williamson is a good outside bet, bump of K. Williamson is a lot less high output than Ted Cheeseman, but he's quite accurate. He can counter, and he does have power. And as we know, Ted Cheeseman comes forwards with a lot of aggression for the most part. So he could catch Ted Cheeseman. It's a good fight. That's a really good fight. And I've got a lot of respect for Troy Williamson as well, because he knocked out his last opponent really brutally and he didn't celebrate. I like that, man. I always like that. Is this way on? I can't fucking speak, man. Have a look. BT Sport Boxing. Is this weigh-in happening? Let's have a look. I think the weigh-in happens quite soon, sorry. In 10 minutes, yeah. Shit, where are we? I've got Kalnacki. I think Kalnacki's gonna see out the early storm from Hellenius, and he'll take him out in rounds 7 to 9. Good fight though. Off topic, but I can't handle any more cartel beheadings, bro. Someone needs to do something in Mexico. Yeah, it's not gonna happen though, man. There's too many people skimming off the top. There's too many people in power who are getting paid off that on both sides of the border. So nothing's going to change anytime soon. Nothing's going to change. It is what it is. Like on both sides of the border, you know, in Mexico, these cartels are they're affiliated in regards to high-level police officers, army personnel, local fucking politicians. These guys have so many people on the payroll in Mexico. And when the drugs go across the border, you just have to look at the American industrial prison complex. You know, it's they're private corporations. So like these drugs, heroin, cocaine, etc. You know, the low-level perps are getting busted. They're going to get sent to prison, and the prisons are going to get paid. So like on one side of the border, these low-level drug users, they're going to get prosecuted. They're going to get sent to prison, and the prisons are going to profit. And on the other side of the border, these cartels, man, they have so many people in their pockets. Like so many people are skimming off the top. It's not going to change. It's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, all these ring girls look fit, man. All these ring girls look fit. Guy died after BKB fight. That sport is too unsafe, in my opinion. Yeah, bare knuckle boxing. To be fair, though, like there's been quite a few bare knuckle fights, man. And that's the first like high profile death. I mean, any sort of combat sport's always going to be unsafe. I think BKB should be a thing if it's regulated properly. I've got no problem with it, to be honest. I think it's a skill in itself. It's an art form in itself. I've got no particular problem with it, but you know, I think that's just the nature of combat sport. It's always going to happen, whether it's boxing, bare knuckle, kickboxing, MMA. It's always going to happen, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. But, you know, BKB's not really been around long enough in mainstream to really gauge whether it's safer or more unsafe than boxing. So time will tell how safe or unsafe it is. But we'll see. Tyson Fury's a once-in-a-generation Fury. They'll give him his credit long due after he's gone. Maybe. Wilder only has a puncher's chance. The only way he can win is if Fury stands right in front of him with his hands down, yeah. But do you know what, Nordic, man? Even in that first fight, I was watching Tyson Fury. He ragdolled, don't get me wrong, he ragdolled Deontay Wilder, but he was leaving so many openings. Like, it makes you wonder, man. It does make you wonder. That's why Dell loves cooking. Feeder chubsters. Yeah, I like Liam Smith. Liam Smith is tough as fuck. He's tough as hell. Real tough dude. Wouldn't be surprised. Nordic. Wouldn't be surprised. He's fighting, I want to say end of October, and he's fighting Thomas Delorme, I think. But it's definitely Delorme, and it's definitely soon. Mexico needs to sort their own problems. It's none of our business, really, unless we straight up invade them. Even that, though, bro, like, even invading them, I don't really see what it achieves, man. People are just going to get fucking slaughtered on both sides. The thing is, like, if like US personnel went on the ground and invaded Mexico, the cartels would see the greater good and they'll join together. And that's like 100,000 people, armed people you're dealing with. So there needs to be a lot of changes on both sides of the border to solve that problem, in my opinion. But it is what it is, man. It's just the way of the world, isn't it? It's the way of the world. Honestly, bro, I love both of your channels. I'm sort of new to boxing, so I watched your channel and I watched the Gore stuff as well. It's awesome. Thank you, man. Joshua's overrated. Fury's a much better boxer. Yeah, Fury's definitely a better boxer. No doubt. I wouldn't be surprised, Nordic. I wouldn't be surprised. I think BKB is a totally different skill set, though, Bump of K. I think it's a totally different skill set. I mean, look at Artem Lobov and Paulie Malignaggi, for example. I think it's a totally different game, bare knuckle boxing. Totally different game. Punch technique is different. You know, you can't load up in bare knuckle. It's totally different. The guard is different. Defensively, they're different postures. It's a different sport, BKB. And those guys are fucking tough. Don't get it twisted. Those guys are tough. Like I would much rather have a 4-round pro fight than a 4-round BKB fight. Bro, BKB sucks. They keep on recruiting old people and people who retire, so it's just extra brain damage. Yeah, that is true, G Junior. But I think that sport is in its infancy, so it's always going to be that way. It's always going to be, you know, trying to get old guys to come in to generate views, and they'll try and build their own fighters, their own fan base, etc. It's similar to when the UFC started. They had various freak show fights and whatnot. I think they're going to try and do the same sort of thing. Whether it works or not, we shall see. I'm not sure whether a market is really there for BKB, but people would have said the same thing for UFC a few years ago. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, Fury was caught a few times in that first fight and was open to a few in the second fight. He was completely different, but Fury was caught a few times in the first fight and was open to a few. Second fight, he was a completely different animal. Difference was stark. Still got caught though. Yeah, I think there's a lot of BKB fights that are a mismatch. The consequences of a mismatch in that setting is worse than boxing, I would think. I would assume so, but you know, again, these guys are not fully loading up. They're not using full force to land punches. There's a lot more lacerations. There's a lot more like nose breaks and things like that. But in terms of pure brain damage, pure force, I would still say a pro boxer loading up 100% on a punch is worse than getting caught by a BKB fighter. You know, because these guys don't really load up like that because they're going to break their hands. So it's like the whole UFC argument. When UFC first came around, they said, oh, it's far more brutal than boxing, it's barbaric. But as the years have gone on, boxing has been proven to be a more dangerous sport despite having bigger gloves, despite having less weapons. Boxing's a far more dangerous sport. So I'm not sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I'm not sure. But it's too early, really. It's too early to tell, I would say. But I'm prepared to give it a chance, you know. I like combat sports. I mean, I'm a boxing fan at the end of the day, but I could watch a kickboxing fight. I could watch MMA. I could watch BKB if I had to, you know. Exactly, Andy. Yeah, the good thing about this trilogy is that we heard all of the excuses from Wilder's camp from the last two fights. How much can a man really change versus what you're born with? Yeah, it's true. It's true. I thought Lobov clearly beat Malignaggi. Remember so many people claiming it was a robbery. Yeah, I felt Lobov beat him as well, Nordic. I felt it was competitive, but Lobov kind of outmanned him in that fight. That was actually quite a good fight, you know, Nordic. I enjoyed it, that BKB fight. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Dana likes Fury, no doubt. Also, if you do get the new boxing game, I'm going to run with Canelo for sure, bro. If I get when I get that boxing game, who am I going to run with? That's a good question. Like I'd say, like Josh Taylor. I'd want to use Taylor, Prograis, Vitali. There's a few guys. I'd use all of these guys, man. Honestly, I'd use all of them. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope Nordic Warrior gets that game. That ESBC. I need to play. There's a few people I want to play online. Nordic, Unrivaled, G-Man if he gets it. I want to play quite a few people on that ESBC, and obviously some of you guys as well, man. That'd be amazing. Can you imagine though doing like a live stream like I am now, but like playing the game in the background, like playing some cunt online and raging? That'd be insane. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, they got Wilder. They got Wilder, G Junior. So now they've got Wilder, Fury. I think they got Fury. I'm pretty sure they got Wilder, Fury, Usyk, Vitali, Vladimir. I think they've got Helenius, believe it or not. I think they've got Povetkin. They got some good fighters in there, man. They got a great roster. Exactly, Nordic. That's what I was thinking. That was my plan. Would be to like set up a YTBC tournament, like maybe eight players, like a £10 entry, winner takes all, that sort of thing, just to make it fun. That would be interesting. Oh yeah, so Kate Abdu and Bob Arum. Apparently, what it was, so Kate Abdu was doing the face-off, hosting it, and she asked for a face-off, and according to Bob Arum, they told her both Top Rank and Tom Brown, Wilder side, they both told Kate Abdu, do not let these guys do a face-off. There's no security. It's not happening. And she still asked. So Bob Arum basically blew his lid and got mad. He was like, fuck her and fuck them. He went nuts. And he went off on Michael Coppinger as well. He's like, fuck you, you little prick. Dear, yeah, I think it's PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and PC. JRX, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it'd be good though, man. Yeah, that'll be amazing, G Junior. That'll be amazing. If we could do like play some games. Maybe like if a boxing game does come out, do a live stream where I could play you guys and maybe have a chat as well on live. That'd be amazing. That sort of thing. That'd be really cool. Who do you think's going to have the highest rating in the ESBC game? I would say out of current fighters, Canelo. I think Fury's going to have a high rating. Josh Taylor. Crawford's going to have a high rating. Roman Gonzalez, Estrada. There's so many fighters in that game. I forgot how many are in there. There's so many guys. So many guys. That'll be amazing, Jay. That'll be amazing. I've never been great at boxing games, though, online, so I'm going to get fucking wrecked. I'm gonna get fucking wrecked, and you're going to hear me rage. No, he's not. Do you mean like Robert Garcia? No. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Yeah. Review of all of the characters in the ESBC boxing game. I love it when people critique all of the stats. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually. I'll probably do a game review, though, when it comes out. I'll do a game review. Hopefully it's good, though, man. Hopefully it's good. All I'm thinking now is like what platform to get it on. So right now, I've basically only got a PC. I've only got a PC. So I might even just get an Xbox to play it. Or PS5, whatever. Not sure yet. There's no set date, J9898. What they've basically said is they're not going to release a set date until they're happy with it. They're not going to rush it. They're not going to throw it out there and release like a half-broken game. They want to take time on it and make it right, kind of thing. So they reckon end of the year, but it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. Weigh-in live right now looks to be happening soon. Yeah, BT Sports have got their live stream going right now. They've got a tactical breakdown with Derek Chisora and Carl Frampton. Man, Derek Chisora's looking in good shape, you know. Jesus, he's looking slim. For PS4, I don't think there's any boxing games for PS4, the Londoner. I don't think there's any, bro. The only one is you can download Fight Night Champion. It's a PS3 game, but it's still good. Yeah, game reviews are fun to make. I've never made one, bro. Never made one. Yeah, Four's in it as well. Yeah, the Man Mountain, yeah. No worries, bro. Yeah, enjoy the weigh-in, enjoy the fight, enjoy your weekends. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, bro. Looking at the roster for ESBC, it's insane. I might buy it, yeah. So the roster is really good. The roster is really, really good. So let's have a look. Let's have a look for you guys. One second. It's going to be amazing, though, this game. And it's also, I think they've also got rights to the sanctioning bodies as well. So, like, real titles and shit. So, like, IBF, WBC, a British title. So, yeah, they got, like, guys like fucking Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez, Alexander Usyk, Terence Crawford, Vasily Lomachenko, Amir Khan, Sergey Kovalev, Arturo Gatti, Tim Bradley, Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Joe Frazier, Rocky Marciano, Joe Lewis, Floyd Patterson, Jack Dempsey, Riddick Bowe, Larry Holmes, Jack Johnson, Jake LaMotta, Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, Paulie Malignaggi, Alexander Povetkin, Juan Francisco Estrada, Marcus Maidana, Marco Antonio Barrera, Roman Gonzalez, Mickey Ward, Josh Taylor, Eric Morales, Jorge Linares, Lawrence Okole, Regis Prograis, fucking Virgil Ortiz, Chris Algieri, Sergio Mora, Oscar Valdez, Callum Johnson, Lucien Butte, Patrick Teixeira, Jaime Munguia, Israel Madrimov, Gabriel Rosado, MJ Akhmadaliev, Ricky Hatton, Edgar Berlanga, Sergio Martinez, Joe Joyce, Michael Hunter, Tommy Morrison, George Groves, Johnny Nelson, Josh Warrington, Anthony Crolla, Johnny Casemiro, Kid Galahad, Sonny Edwards, Sebastian Fandora, Charlie Edwards, Chris John, David Lemieux, Shane Mosley Jr., Anthony Mundine, Shakram Giasov, Dmitry Bivol, fucking hell, Shakur Stevenson, Michael Sislak, Andre Fanfara, Artur Spilka. Oh, I want to play as Artur Spilka. Fucking hell, they got George Kambosos. They got so many fighters in this game and so many guys that I didn't mention. Conor Benn, Sean Porter, Danny Jacobs, Frank Bruno. Crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy roster. Enzo Macronelli. It's a stacked roster. Yes, big up to John Gonzalez. Bob Arum flirting with ring girls. Good old boy. Not yet, JRX, but they're going to announce a lot more fighters. Missing 411. I'll check it out. Yeah, schooling Mike Tyson as Arthur Spilka. Oh, dear. Add Campbell Hatton. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to watch this weigh-in. And yeah, I'm going to end this one now. Peace, guys. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Peace.